Alright, welcome everyone. This is another episode that I wanted to discuss about actually my G3 experience. So as you can see here, the highlights here is I got the perfect Fender Stratocaster, and then luckily it's signed by Eric Johnson. So thank you, Eric. Whoever whenever you see this, but it's thank you for the bottom of my heart. That I know that day there's no any signing, but I get one of my hero to sign this guitar, especially for the G3 reunion tour. So I know the schedule is tight, the crews are great. It was an amazing show. For me, it's one of the great show that I've seen in my life. So it's the same lines that they got in 1996, which is in Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and Eric Johnson. I will share what my experience with you throughout, and then I'll share some of the footage from the show. We were not allowed to bring any professional cameras, GoPros, DJIs, whatever, but we can use our phone. So I get a VIP packages, get a chance to do like Q&A, sit down, listen, everybody asking the questions. I also ask questions. Overall, it was a great experience. So let's
Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Johnson, Steve Vai. We have got a nice big group, so we're going to try to answer everyone's questions as quickly as we can. And so just raise your hand. I really do want to figure it out. I want to get it out of me and sort of on the guitar. And most of the time, I'm not adequately prepared for the technical chore, of getting that song out. So, but I'll write it anyway, and then once it's pretty much set, I realize, I've got a lot of work to do now. I've got to learn how to play this way in order to make the song work. And so that's the way I sort of push myself outside the comfort zone.
Well, the comfort zone, outside of the comfort zone for me would be like, okay, we're going to play jazz, okay, now you got to be very blues, those kinds of things. I rarely push myself into that uncomfort zone, because I used to more, but there is a zone where you can visualize things, like Joe was saying, you have an idea, and it's outside of your ability a little bit. I love doing that. I love imagining things just a little outside, to the point where it doesn't become so frustrating that you give up. But just about, and then you finally get it, and then you want that to be in your comfort zone. And this is all just about time and practice and focus.
That's really important to push yourself. It is not comfortable, but that's where the treasure is, and that's where you reinvest your love and joy for playing, because that original exuberance you get when you first learn the E chord when you're a kid, it's like, oh wow, that's great, and so you have to keep retelling and reinvesting so that you find that new treasure. And you're just asking, is it something that we all do? You mean like
my focus is like, you guys are accomplished in levels that, I'm a drummer, but guitar players probably, they try to reach.
Being in a house with all my guitar playing friends under siege, they had come to attack us and we were just dodging bullets, but with our guitars on, It's just a silly idea, but and the song is really straight ahead because of that. I wasn't trying to introduce any groundbreaking harmony or anything. There's a lot of repetition. It's a straight groove. It's a blues song, but it was a way that I could sort of entertain proving my point that I was not going to be stopped in my personal desire to further develop my voice on the electric guitar, both melodically and with solos and guitar sounds, and challenge people. So yeah, it's such a small idea, but it really helped me get that one off the ground. Yeah. Thanks for the question. Yeah, back there.
Hey, you guys, I was curious with your work with Scene 4, and you started out doing the guitar, visual art with the guitar, and then you've taken it further now, on like just drawing and painting your own stuff. Where do you plan on taking that? And thank you again, by the way, for signing Jason Becker's guitar.
Oh, you're very welcome. I love to paint and draw. I started out really young because my older sisters were art majors and got degrees in fine art. I never had that kind of talent, but because they had to take care of me when I was really young, very often they would, give me art tools and materials and say, sit there and don't get in trouble, that kind of thing. And so I found that, like with music, that was a world I really loved to be in, to just express myself with funny looking drawings and just trying to turn feelings into images. I started painting canvases maybe 8 years ago. So before then it was, pen and ink and pencil, and then scanning, and then doing digital art, making visceral experience with the art. And my wife's an artist, my son has a degree in art, so there was a lot of stuff around the house. I just didn't know exactly how to use it. And I spent decades not getting anything on my fingertips, so I walk around like this, Can't do the dishes. Fingertips, very important. I got a tour with Steve and Eric coming up. But I thought I gotta get, my fingers, my hands dirty. And so Rubina started teaching me about using acrylics and oils and brushes and canvases. And one thing led to another. I was doing a photo session for the guys at Scene 4, and I just took out my phone and I said, oh, I've been doing these crazy paintings, maybe you can help me, with some tips, and then from there we decided to collaborate even more, and they introduced me to the Wentworth Gallery, and so, yeah, now we're doing art shows. Yeah. A lot of fun. Yeah.
Hi, Joe. First of all, it's such an honor to be here after 27 years. I can never forget that first DVD. I guess this question is for all three of you. Throughout your career, were there moments that you doubted your success in creativity and like every time you were writing an album? And if so, how did you find inspiration for the next step?
Larry, do you want to take that one?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, all the time. I think that can happen. You just hit those peaks and valleys. And you kind of have to just return to playing for fun and enjoyment. Because if you look at the whole huge spectrum, that is so much more of a payment to yourself than any record deal or any success or anything. Once you acquire that, you realize it's just a ceaseless thing of chasing. And it's really amazing. You get that record deal, or you get a nice group of people come and see you. It's like, oh, that's great, but the mind's always like, oh, what's the next? What's next? I'm not, you're satisfied for 5 minutes, and then it doesn't work. So you have to find something that's a little bit more perennial, and that's just the love of playing. And it's like, now that I'm older, I look back, my favorite times are just that exuberation from just playing, the simplicity of just playing. So I think, to answer your point, as far as I see it, it's just reinvesting in your emotional love of playing. And that's what really equilibrates everybody. It's not about whether you're Jimi Hendrix or somebody that just plays for fun when they come home from their day job. It's the same, it's our mind that concocts this illusion like there's a difference, because it really isn't, it's just enjoying playing. And it's what is going to keep feeding you and keep sustaining you. So I think the more you invest in that, it can pull you out. Because a lot of those frustrations come from, oh, I didn't get this, or I got that, it didn't turn out the way I wanted. It's that my desire didn't get met the way I saw it. You know what I mean? So But nobody can take that thing away from you when you just sit there and play and say, nobody can take, wow, I'm just enjoying, this is fun, this is great. Nobody can take that away because I'm feeling it. I feel great doing just playing, So that kind of pulls you through. It pulls me through whenever I feel like I'm not, accomplishing or in a rut or despondent with it.
Well, success, doubting success, there's kind of two kinds of successes. There's obviously you've made it, you're touring, you're making money, people know who you are, you've become successful. So I've doubted that because I never knew about it. It was too precarious to put faith in becoming successful. But there's another kind of success, and what that is the feeling of fulfillment, the feeling of being satisfied, the feeling of being comfortable in your skin and really feeling joy. That, if you were to really measure your success in life, which would be the most important one? I know many successful people who are miserable, and vice versa, So I've doubted that kind of success, worldly success. Not doubt, I never knew. I'm happy it turned out the way it did, for sure. But I've never doubted my ability to make myself feel satisfied with a creative idea. That is infinite. It'll never go away. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that obstructs it is the fear of not being successful the other way. But your success is really based on the amount of peace you have within you at the end of the day. And for some reason, I always felt that music, and as Eric was saying, it's almost like it springs out of the innocence of youth. It's like a devil-may-care attitude. I like this, and this is what I'm doing, and I don't care. This is what I like. It's the only thing. I felt it's the only thing I could do. That I felt that I was able to progress. I really enjoyed. There was no rules. It was infinite, and I loved the environment. So I've always been very successful that way, and so can anybody when they find something they just love doing. They really love doing. It's when you get that mixed up with the fear of being successful in the future, because you just don't know. So, are you kind of concerned about that?
No, but I mean, you guys were like inspiration for. I would imagine everybody here plays some sort of instrument.
Sure, everybody.
And then so that was a dream for me, and then I gave it up at some point.
Well, did you really give up the part that was successful? Do you still play?
I do.
Do you enjoy it?
I do. That's
Ta-da!
Another question? Yeah, back there. Yeah.
Curious, how was it working with John Cunberry, and would you ever anticipate working with him again?
Yeah. My friend John Cunberry is just amazing. Fantastic set of ears, great human being. I can't tell you how many times he's told me to do it again in the studio. I'll play something I think is really great, and I look at him and he's like, really? Do that again, Joe, So that really helps a lot, to have that good friend who knows that you can do better and to try something else, just to work outside the box. He's actually working for me right now, right this second. We're still working on the catalog stuff, generating different versions of some of the older material. So we do keep in touch quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah.
First of all, thank you. I guess my question, I see a lot of cabinets up on stage. What your feelings are
we get asked this question a lot, basically modeling versus non-modeling. Let me put it that way, analog, digital kind of stuff. I like the sound of modeling when I hear other people playing it, but when I'm playing it, there's something not being transmitted. So it's as musicians should probably just get to understand that part of it. It is creating.
tour with my G3 brothers, Eric and Joe. It's been 27 years. It's nice to be back, huh? 27 years. We just finished the Inviolate Tour, 194 shows in 51 countries. And it's so nice to be here with you tonight. And with Philip Bino on bass. And the animal, the beast, Jeremy Coulter on trumpet. And of course we have the young man, Dante Frisiello on guitar and keyboards. And my sax. Don't get my sax. Whoa. Be careful, ladies. All you gotta do is say hello to Dante, and you can get pregnant. All right, let's get on with the show. Let's kick the rest of this set off with something a little tender for you to surrender to, okay? Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy!
outside of being there in that experience, right? Listening to the Q&A or listening to the shows. For the VIP, I think we got this little. I think this is a pick holder by Dunlop, right? There's only there are actually some picks over here. I thought they were empty, so they're like G3 tour pack picks. So get Steve Vai, Joe, and then why don't we open it up, right? Yeah, I know some guys that sit in the front row. They got the picks too, like they're using on stage, right? But anyway, so this is their picks. So G3, Joe Satriani, Eric Johnson's, and Steve Vai. Lightning picks. I don't know what they call it. So Eric Johnson, which is same signature. Quite proud of it. Joe Satriani and Steve. Although I'm not sure whether this is the actual picks that they use. It's quiet, tin for my preference. I always use like Jazz 3 or something download. And you get this VIP. So it says no backstage access, no admissions into the venue without tickets, but you get this badge, VIP. Then you get this little, I don't know, like a card or something. It says like G3 Reunion Tour 2024. And in most of the cases you get like this postcard. Oops. Which is pretty cool. Postcard, empty, And you get their pictures. Oh, actually another postcard here. That is signed by Steve, for sure, right? See, another postcard. Another Satriani sign it too. Satriani postcard, I guess. And then Eric Johnson postcard. So overall, that's what's included in the merchandise for G3. Quite awesome.
Steve Vai. Oh my God. This reunion has been so amazing. Thank you so much for coming out and letting us play all our music for you. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Say a little man over there, playing the keyboards and bring the guitar, Mr. Ray Thistlethwaite. Now, from the aristocrats, the beast, the one and only Mr. Brian Bell on the bass. Everybody's theme song is getting longer and longer. That's what I know. This tour goes on. This next gentleman has definitely been, he doesn't even have a hotel anymore because he just keeps getting thrown out wherever he goes. He's so much fun / trouble, but we love him anyway. The most recorded drummer in history, on the drums, Mr. Kenny Arnold. I know, we're just losing our minds over here. Anyway, let's get serious. This one is called Sahara.
acoustic song, one back, and then ending with the Born to Be Wild. I wish they do the My Guitars Want to Kill Your Mama. That's a fun song, like Frank Zappa song, right? So I think, regardless whatever it is, it's still cool to see like the experience, and then have seen three of them in one stage. I think like that's amazing. And then the thing here is what I learned that the reason Joe did the G3 back in 1996 because Joe just wants to hang out with Stephen and with Eric because they're such a great players, right? And then they're still amazing players. They're like the virtuosic type of playing. They're like the master of their I don't know, man. I mean, like they're musicians. Yeah, they're great musicians. They have a taste, and then each of them they have that different taste, right? They master of their own instruments, right? Which is guitar. Yeah, I think that summarizes my G3 experience, the reunion tour 2024. I hope it gives some insight to people. If you happen to have a chance to see either one of them, right? Go see them because it will definitely give some insight, improving your playing, and then come back to learn more guitars or have that more passion in music. So anyway, thank you for watching, and then stay tuned for the next episode.